Hi, my name is Kathleen O'Connell and I am one of the counselors from the Community 360 Counseling Center. And today I want to share with you a brief activity that again is going to include art. So it is going to be expressive, it is going to get those creative juices flowing, and it's really going to speak to our unique experience with whatever emotions may be arising for us during this time. This is an activity that I love doing when I work with little kids, but it's also something that you can do at whatever age you are. We are never too old to play, to draw, to create, and never too old to get in touch with our emotions and help find ways that we can untether ourselves from some of those emotions that may be more unpleasant. Although useful at times, we want to make sure that we are being aware and mindful of what is serving us and what is not. So for this activity, you are going to need something to draw on, again, and something to draw with. It doesn't have to be colorful, but you might prefer to add some sparks of color to this. Right now I don't have my colors out, so I am just using a plain old black pen. And what the sentence stem or the instruction for this will be is you are going to pick an emotion or a sensation. Maybe it's a thought or something that you can't seem to untie, that continues to I had a professor that called it a chirping bird that was sitting on your shoulder, and we want it to go away. It's distracting us, it's pulling us into a space that might be breeding frustration or annoyance, and we really want to find a way to help separate ourselves from that so we can be more productive and feel more grounded throughout our day. So what you're going to do is answer this question in the form of a drawing, a picture, a painting, a sculpture if you have different materials that you can use. I am going to use the example of anxiety because I think that that's something from what I'm hearing from everyone I talk to. It's a theme right now. The time of uncertainty is breeding a lot of anxiety and anxious feelings inside of us. So if my anxiety was a monster or was a character, what would it look like? So you're going to take as much time as you have or as much time as you'd like and try to think about that. Try to picture if it was a character, if it was a person, if it was a monster, if it was an alien even, what would it look like? And form that, whether it's, again, sketching on paper or creating something with different artistic materials. Once you have completed that, there are a few questions to answer that are going to help you really get in tune with what this person or this character, this message is telling you. And that would be, what are they saying? If my anxiety monster could talk, what would it be telling me? And you can use little thought bubbles and write it down, or you can just do this silently and really try to dig into the messages, the stories that it tells us. Anxiety often tells us that we are not safe, that we aren't going to be okay because we don't have that certainty at the moment, or it's telling us a story that really is different from our lived experience. And being able to reconcile that anxiety is not always telling us the truth can be difficult to do, but it's really important, again, in finding that grounding and being able to regulate ourselves to a place that's going to breed more health for us. Mentally, emotionally, and physically as well. So ask yourself, what story is being told to you by this character, whether it's stress, whether it's anxiety, whether it's fear, maybe, and either write those down or say them to yourself. And then one of the best things about this activity is that it helps us separate from what is in our mind and actually put it onto paper. And I've done a few different videos on being able to get kind of out of our heads and bring it out of ourselves. And one of the things that I love to do, if you have something drawn, I don't have anything drawn yet, but this is going to be something that I will engage in myself as well, is I like to cut it out and find a place that I can put my anxiety or my fear that's away from my typical space that I'm moving through. It's really helps me make a mental shift by having a visual representation of that stress or that anxiety and saying, I see you and I honor that you're there, but you're really not serving me right now. So I'm going to go put you in the closet for a little while, or I'm going to go put you outside while I work in here and in this space. So it's a great thing to do, again, with littles, or if you're an adult, do it as well. It's great to also kind of fun to see what your mind comes up with about how that character might look, and maybe what colors or materials you use will change depending on what emotion you're trying to construct. I hope this was a good little tip. It's fun to do, so I really encourage you to try it out. Again, if you have any more questions or need a walk through the process, please reach out to us at the Community 360 Counseling Center. We would be happy to schedule a little check-in with you virtually and help support you during this time. Thanks so much.